Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I'm Gypsy Girl here to bring you another lesson for today. Just want to be grateful for the energy that's coming in. Nice and refreshing this morning. Very breezy. Just a little bit tired this morning. Maybe I woke up too early. Well, I love waking up early though. Let's see how this lesson will play out. I'm grateful that I can actually come and give you the lesson. I'm excited to do it actually. I'm curious what the lesson will be today. And I thank you for showing up and bringing in the energy that I could tap in. What is the lesson for today? Thank you, Spirit. What is the lesson for today? What is the lesson for today? Thank you, Spirit. Message. Focus on work that needs to be done, work that is being done. A messenger, communication of work. What is the lesson for today? Thank you, Spirit, for keeping me safe and protecting me and keeping the collective safe, protecting us. Oh, tower coming down. Working and bringing down towers. Why not? It's a lesson. Personal towers. One more shuffle. What is the lesson for today? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Passing on the lesson, taking it in, and being ready for when it's your turn to go through something like what we're learning about. If you're not experiencing it, it'll come. Just the awareness is enough to help you get through, right? Depending on the lesson. All right, let's see. What is the lesson for today? The Seven of Pentacles. Well, this is a card that just keeps coming around. We look at it on the lower arcana level. It is 7, so we keep saying that 7s are difficult, as if it's holding on to that wheel to turn its sharp corner. It is. It's not meant to be easy. Yeah? Good things that come take long time, and that's what the Pentacles represent, taking the time. In this 7, we know it's about sacrifice, because we give up time and energy, and we put time and energy into what we want to come into the future. Because if you think of the Pentacles and the Prince of Pentacles, when he is giving up the details, working on the details, giving it up to, you know, the goddess in a sense, where everything that he does has a purpose, a deep-seated, and it's rooted in purpose, because this is ideas that are put out to bring in money in this card, in this suit, because it's all about money. So if projects that you started up, that you worked on, you had to stop for some reason, and then you went on and did something else and you had to stop that. Or you set it up to the point where they're growing on their own, and the time that it'll take to come into fruition is the reward. Because it's a question of waiting for the fruition. But the thing with this is we don't know that it will come into fruition. Just because we plant a seed doesn't mean it will bear fruit. We have to nurture it and make sure that it gets the right balance of nutrients so that the fruit will come in. You know, it's a question of preparation. So preparing for the future is another way to look at this card. And things that we've already set in motion are coming in when this card shows up. Not all the time, it depends on the cards that are around it, but it in general, that's what this means. And we've given of ourselves so that we could gain from the sacrifices that we've made. So what is the tool then? Innovation, direction, and determination come with this tool. Together they make a 9. A 9 is a completion number, coming into completion, where you've done everything that you can do, and now you have to just wait for it to either give in or give up, or give out, depending on what your plans are. But this tool is a tool. It comes with extremities. See, the wanting to take an idea and move forward with it as if you have the control, like you can make it happen. And this is a tool that Spirit is giving us. Again, it is on the lower level, so we are doing the work. It is our determination to bring into fruition our projects that we have put on the side. We want to go back and work on them. We want to put more energy or effort into them, or change things about them. Either way, this is our future card as well, because we're looking into the future, wanting to move into the future with ideas that we have already thought up of and made plans for. You know, it's not just, okay, I get this idea and I'm going with it. You've done work to make the idea propel you forward, which brings you into your projects coming into fruition. So what is Spirit doing? Another 2. So we have 11. When we look at these numbers, this is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 is a portal. So Spirit is giving us the possibility of moving forward into another dimension of our mind, because it's our imagination that takes us into the future. And here we have the imbalance where we're not 100% on one side or another, and that means things are up in the air. So it's a kind of confusion in its own right, and I always say it's a painful position to be in, but this is what Spirit is giving us, that unease, that dis-ease, that discomfort in where we are. Because again, it's a 2, the extremities is very volatile. It's very volatile because here is completely unknown as to if it's going to come into fruition. Here is we have plans that we just want to run with, and then here we have the stoppage and blockage of, well, I'm not sure if I'm going to go this way, or I'm not sure if I'm going to go that way, but I want to take advantage of both. And then you end up being stuck. You can't move. So Spirit is giving us this type of stalemate positioning where we need to reflect on what can be done and then allowing it to happen. That way the confusion subsides, because we have to choose. We must choose when there's two. We can't have both. We need to choose one thing and go with it. And that is where, if we just look at the Pentacles, we come back to 9. See? And then the 9, we have that sense of standing alone and having done all the work and reaping the benefits of the work that was done. That's what the Pentacles, if we just look at these two. So the possibility is enormous as to what direction we can go in. It's our choice. Taking our experiences, our work, and bringing it into fruition to give us that sustenance. Because this is where we sit back and we say, well, I've done the work and now I reap the benefits. The possibility is that you will receive a payout from the work that you've done, because you've set it up so that it can come into fruition. And here you choose. You must make that choice, because that's what Spirit is giving us. It's doing it through us. We're going to choose. So what's the gift? Another 9 of Cups at this point. So it's a question of satisfaction. Are we satisfied with the work that we've done? Are we satisfied with what our rewards will be? Just checking, we have good space here. And of course, this 9 is a celebration of liberation. We're not caught. We're not caught in a stalemate position when the 9 of Cups comes around. We're just needing the one more. We've made the choice. So what's at the bottom of the deck? And here we have the one more. It's that self-love. Oh boy, deck opens up. The self-love that we have comes into being a 10. And this is where Spirit will give us that opportunity to change our perspective. Oh, I just lift it off to end up with the end of a cycle. Spirit is just making sure we get the right number of cards to do this lesson. Again, it's 4 for 4. Every time we get extra cards come off this deck, it fills that gap, and it ends with, let's leave it like this. Ends with the transformation, because we know, see, what Spirit is giving us is that imbalance, so we could create balance and make a change, that we take a direction that we know we need to stop and take a perspective on. And here we have this 10th cup. You see, the 10th cup it came right away. It was at the bottom of the deck when I turned the deck over. So the 9th cup, now the 9 cups we've accumulated because of our experiences and our work and our decision to make change and go forward and to be our own leader, because this is what this is. And remember, this is connected to the ego. But then we change our perspectives. I don't want to confuse you. I'll just go back a bit here. So we change our perspective with our 9th cup. Sorry, with our 10th cup coming in. We are able to give to ourselves because of what we've done in the past. Now remember, this is the lesson, work that we've already done. We're revisiting it, or it's revisiting us because of what Spirit is giving us, that option to choose. Here we stop because of our ego. We stop and we think about where it is we want to be, what we want to do, and how we're going to get there, because of the love that we have accumulated from our 9, now our 10. Now it's a fractured 10, so we're still working. This is our painful position to be in, but what we're doing is we're choosing self-love, and we're protected. You see this bear in this card? She is the mother bear, so she protects that love. It's not gonna get taken, stolen, or abused anymore. If it was because of the juggling, that, you know, indecision, stalemate of choice, and trying to get the best of both worlds, and forcing things to come in when they can't, and confusion. We're not doing that. We're stopping. We don't want the confusion, so we're stopping. Spirit is giving us that because we understand what the confusion is. We understand what it is to be torn and pulled and having to please both sides of a coin. We can't. We know that we can't, because Spirit is giving us this knowledge. And here is the truth. We know what the truth is. We've looked into the situations that have brought us into imbalance. We know why. Because we were made to see in a different. Which brings us to the 10. Final truth, making another 11 with this sword. So we have 11 here, and then we have 11 here. You see? And we have a finish. Remember, I did speak of our prince. No, this is the Prince of Wands. The passion. See that final truth? This seeking of knowledge brings in that wisdom, because this is a wisdom card. Wisdom card in a sense where he is working on learning. And this is where coming into the truth, all the betrayals, knowing the truth, knowing why this position was held, or he was put into this position. But the wisdom is here, and that wisdom brings in the change that brings to the end of a cycle where we are no longer in a position of ego or discomfort and having to juggle and try to make a choice that seems to be impossible, because you want to get you want to get the best out of both, and at the same time you can't. I mean, you have to choose one at a time and work through, and then get the rewards, and then change. I mean, it's step by step, and this is what the prince represents, that he's going to go through step by step to make a change, to become anew, or improve, or change the mind concept and direction, because that's what this is. Changing direction here, going in your own direction, knowing what you want, knowing that you want to change direction. And here you allow the change to happen. You see, when you find the balance, in order to find the balance, because that's what's going to happen. The end of the cycle, with this truth coming up and all the betrayals being brought to the light, and changing perspective and choosing the self, because that's what this is all about. This is becoming anew and choosing for yourself what you need, and knowing that you need it. All right, so let's take an oracle message on this, because this is a very interesting. Just do an oracle message. What is the oracle lesson for this? Sorry, what is the oracle message for this lesson? Thank you, Spirit. What does the collective need to know? A little more about this lesson. What is the oracle message? Thank you, Spirit. What is the oracle message? Very interesting. Oh, the embodiment. Oh my. We're going right to claiming what is ours. Again, it's changing perspective. So now, unsown from the flesh, a most alluring lullaby stills my pain as the skies bleed for my heart and the embodiment I am to claim. Remembering what work we've done is what we are able to do, and that we have the drive, and we are learning. Even we're learning still, though we're relearning maybe, or we're looking at a different perspective of what we know. Either way, it is a recognition. And then Pegasus. Ooh. Yes, our friend Wildcat is coming round again. Well, somebody needs to be unhappy when others are finding their happiness. So break free, dear one. Spread wide and far, for you aren't containable. You are limitless. Just being aware that Wildcat is showing himself is because we have abundance coming. You see, with this for just desserts, somebody's not going to be happy with your success. But don't worry about that, because you have seen through the veil of confusion, and you know where you want to go because you've done the work. This is most important. If you haven't done the work, then you gain nothing. You gain work to be done. You gain confusion. You gain seeking a direction. But you've done the work, and now you're just waiting for it to come to you. Remember that. What goes around comes around. And what you've done in the past is coming around now. And you need to make sure that you give yourself that reverence, because you've earned it. Thank you for showing up. If this lesson didn't come to you as a lesson today, don't worry, it'll come around again. Don't forget to hit the notification. Love and light.